everyone, welcome to our channel Knowledge of Friends. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're going to start with your reasoning class, and that is your mirror image here, and that is very important topic because this has been which we are dealing with, and hopefully if it is not exceeded, so we will be completing the mirror image here itself. And that is the class that we have is your class 206. So 206 of that we have to discuss about in the reasoning. 205th we had done as well. And in terms of 206 class, what we had done, we had completed your verbal reasoning as well. In the case of the verbal reasoning, where we had completed the general mental ability, and in general mental ability we had done your, that is your analogy, classification, series completion, coding decoding, blood relation, puzzle test, sequential output tracing, direction sense test, and logical Venn diagram, alphabet test, and number ranking time sequence test, mathematical operations, as well as logical sequence of words, arithmetic reasoning, inserting the missing character, data sufficiency, decision making, assertion and reason, situation reaction test, and verification of the truth of the statement as well. After that, we had done your logic reasoning, where we had covered up logic, statement argument, statement assumption, statement course of action, statement conclusion, deriving conclusion from passages, theme detection, question statement, and miscellaneous logical puzzles as well. After that, we had started with non-verbal reasoning, where we had covered up more than 1000 questions of series, analogy 500 questions, classification 500 questions, analytical reasoning we had done, mirror image that we are dealing with, and hopefully it will be the last class of the mirror image as well. So this is non-verbal reasoning, mirror image. We'll start with this, and first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Now we'll go ahead with this type of a question. अभी इससे last class में जो हमने किया था वो हमने किया था was like in the form of the alphabets that we have an options that we have to solve it out, or we can say that we will have to just draw the mirror image of these. So we'll do that, and in these type of a question, in each of the question here, that you have to choose the correct mirror image of the figure that we represent as the cross here, and from the among that four alternative that has been given like SB A B C D with along with it. So we'll do that as well. So on the same cases, we'll just go ahead. This is the question number 41, 40th question of the mirror image we had done. This is the cross figure. This is figure A, B, C and D, of course. So here for that same cases, the answer that we have, the mirror image of this, as you can see, this is being shaded. So this is the alternate mirror image will be in the right side shaded, and this right side lines will be on the left side. So this is, as you can see, this is in your figure A, and that will be representing here. This is not, because this is this is the vertical lines and this is in horizontal lines, so that we have a difference. So the answer will get as your A that we have as an answer here. That will be the right answer for this question. We'll go ahead. 42th question of the sessions here as well. That has been the figure this where we have a hexagon, where the shaded in the lines horizontal and the vertical as well. This has been the figure cross, figure A, B, C and of course the D one. On the same basis, the answer we have for this mirror image, we have this is representing on the right left side, so it will be on the right side. This has been in the top right side, so it will be the top left side. This has been bottom left side, so it will be bottom right side. So as you can see here, this has been representing like that we have is your figure that will be the figure 4. D will be the figure that will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with 43rd question of the sessions as well, and that we have to talk about it. And on the same cases we have, which is this has been the cross figure A, B, C and D. So on the same cases here that we have to go ahead on the same basis, the answer will be having is your the B figure will be the right answer for this question as well. The another question we have is the 44th question of the sessions as well. This has been the figure which is your cross A, B, C and D. So for that we have an answer that we have your fifth, that is your A here, that will be the right answer. That is the mirror image of this particular cross figure here that is representing. Now we'll go ahead with 45th question of the session. This has been the cross figure, which is of your hexagon. This is A, B, C and D. So on the same cases we talk about it, that we have to go ahead and here the answer we will be getting is, so the D figure will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with another one, which is your 46th question of the session. This has been the cross figure A, B, C and D. So on the same behalf of it, the question we will be having is your C figure will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with another one, which is your 47th question of the session here as well. So that is your 47th question of the session. This has been the cross A, B, C and the D here. So on the same cases we will go ahead and we have to talk about it. The answer we will be getting is your figure, that is the C figure. Again, that we have a C figure will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further that we have to talk about it, which is the 48th question of the session as well, and that is also an important one. This has been the cross one A, B, C and this has been D. This has been the question which has been asked in your CBI question paper as well, and that is also an important one here. So on the same cases we will be having an important one, and that is the figure which we have as an answer is the D figure will be the right answer for this question, and this has been asked in your CBI examination paper, so that is also an important one as well. We'll talk about 49th question of the session. This has been the cross figure. This has been A, B, C and the D. So on the same behalf of it, all these type of a question here that we have to talk about it, the answer we will be getting is your figure, that will be the D figure will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead with another one, which is your 50th question of the session, and that even though we have to talk about it, the another question here, this has been the cross, wherein the two intersection circles we have a, that is triangle, and then we have your square and semicircle as well, that has been representing the figure A, B, C, D here. So on the same behalf of it, if I'm going ahead with a detailed, so yes, we have as an answer that is the figure B will be the right answer for this question here. That is the mirror image of this. Let's go ahead with another one which we have to talk about it. That is the another one is the 51st question of the session here. 51st question of the sessions here. This has been the cross figure, whereas you can see one part is the shaded, one is lining, and that is your triangle, and then semicircle we have. This has been figure A, B, C and the D as well. So on the same behalf of it, the answer that we'll get, the figure that is the mirror image of this that we have is your figure D will be the mirror image of this that we have as an answer. Now we'll go ahead with another one, which is your 52th question of the session. This has been the cross figure. As you can see, this has been representing like 6, and that has been lying here, and that we have to talk about it. And on the same cases, this is a mirror image of we have to find out. This has been A, B, C and D as well. So on the same cases, we go ahead and we talk about it, which is the figure which we have as an answer is your B figure will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with another one, which is your 53rd question of the session. This has been the cross A, B, C, D. So here that we have to talk about it, and on the same cases here, and that is we have to talk about it, which is another one we have to talk about it, that is the C figure will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with another one that we have to talk about, 54th question of the session. This has been the figure cross A, B, C and the D as well. So on the same cases here that we have to talk about it, the figure which we have as an answer is your figure A will be the right answer for this question as well. That is the mirror image of this particular cross figure here. We'll talk about the another one, which is your 55th question of the session, where it is cross A, B, C and D. On the same cases, we'll have to go ahead and that we have to talk about it. The mirror image of this figure we have, and that will be representing by C here. Now another one we have to talk about it, which is the another one here is your 56th question of the sessions as well, and that we have to go ahead, which is this has been the cross A, B, C and D. So here on that same cases we will be having the figure that we have as an answer is your D figure will be the right answer for this question as well. 57th question of the session. This has been the cross figure A, B, C and the D. So here this has been the figure, and you have to find out the mirror image of this, and that is also an important one which we have to figure it out, and that will be getting as your the answer will be having is your the figure, that will be the D itself, that will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with 58 question of the sessions as well, and that is also an important one. This is being cross A, B, C and D. So on the same cases here that we have to talk about it, which is the figure which we have as an answer, is your the C figure will be the right answer for this question as well. The another question we have here is your that is your 59th question of the session. This has been the cross A, B, C and D. So on the same cases we have to go ahead, and that is the figure which we have to find out is your figure, that is the C figure will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which is your 60th question of the session. This has been the cross. This has been A, B, C and D. So we have to find out the mirror image of this, and that is also an important one here as well. So on the same cases we will be finding it out, and the figure that we have as an answer is your B figure will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead for the another one, and that is the 61st question of the session. This has been the cross figure A, B, C and the D. So here that we have to talk about it, the figure which we have as an answer is your D figure will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead with 62th question of the session, and that is also very important questions here. So here we go ahead with 62th question of the sessions. As you can see, this has been the figure cross A, B, C and D here. So on the same cases here that we go ahead, and that even though we have to talk about it, so on the same behalf of it, that as I told you, you have to find out the mirror image of each here, and on the same cases that even though we have to go ahead as well. So here on the same case, the figure that we have as an answer is your figure, that is the mirror image of this figure is your the D figure will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll talk about the another one as well that we have to talk about it, which is 63rd question of the session. This is a cross figure A, B, C and D. So on the same behalf of it, which we have to talk about it, and that is the figure which we have as an answer is your figure A will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with another one that we have to talk about it, that is the another question is the 64th question of the session. This is in the cross A, B, C and D. So among these type of questions, if I'm going ahead here, and on the same cases that we have to talk about it, so here in the same cases, that is the figure which we have to answer is your B figure will be the right answer for this question as well. This has been the cross figure A, B, C and D. On the same cases we have to talk about it, and which is we have as an answer is your figure C will be the right answer for this question as well. 66th question of the session. This has been the cross A, B, C and D. So here for that same sake, we have as an answer is a figure, that is the figure A will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll talk about 67th question of the session. This has been the cross A, B, C and D, that we have to talk about it, and on the same cases we will be going ahead and further we'll talk about it, the figure which we have to answer it out, and that is on the same cases which is your the figure that we have is your D figure will be the right answer for this question as well. 68 that we have a cross figure. This has been A, B, C and D. This has been the important question because this has been asking a UDC examination paper here, and that we have as an answer, and which is your the figure which we have is your B figure will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with 69th question of the sessions as well, that has been the cross figure A, B, C and D, that we have to talk about it, which is on the same behalf of it as well, and that is the figure which we have as an answer. This has been the question which has been asked in your UDC examination paper, so that is also an important one here. On the same behalf of it, we'll talk about it if I'm going ahead. So that is the figure which we have as an answer. The mirror image of this figure is your figure C will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with another one, which is the 70th question of the session. This has been the cross figure A, B, C and D. This has been asked in your CBI examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards the competition wise here. The options, the answer we will get is just D figure will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with another one, which is your 71st question of the session. This is your cross figures, and this is being A, this is being B, this is being C, this is being D. This is being asked in your assistant grade question paper, and that we have to talk about it as well. So on the same behalf of it, we'll talk about it, and with reference towards this, we have to go ahead, and the questions that we have as an answer, that is your 71st question of the sessions as well, and that is the last question of the mirror image that we have to talk about it. So on the behalf of it, the mirror image of this particular figure, we will be having the figure that will be the answer we will get is your C figure will be the right answer for this question as well. So first of all, we'll end up here, and it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even you can also enjoy the video as well. Now in this next coming class, we will start discussing about the next new chapter, that is your about the water image here, and that is also even though important, and which we have to cover up as well. So let's do that, but before that, it's a huge request from my side to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Now in the same respective manner, if I'm going ahead, that we have to talk about it, which is another one, and that is in terms of the non-verbal reasoning. If we had completed, as I told you, the verbal reasoning here. In terms of verbal reasoning, we had completed the general mental ability and the logic reasoning, and in general mental ability, verbal reasoning has been divided into two: verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning. And verbal reasoning is also being divided into two, which is general mental ability and logic reasoning as well. In general mental ability, we had done an analogy, classification, series completion, coding, decoding, blood relation, puzzle test, sequential output tracing, direction sense test, logical Venn diagram, alphabet test, number ranking time sequence test, mathematical operation, logical sequence of words, arithmetic reasoning, inserting the missing character, data sufficiency, decision making, assertions and reasons, situation reaction test, verification of the truth of the statement as well. In logic reasoning, we have to do logic, statement argument, statement assumption, statement course of action, statement conclusion, deriving conclusion from passages, theme detection, question statement, miscellaneous logical puzzles as well. The next we have to discuss is your non-verbal reasoning here, where we have to cover up the series, analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image, water image, embedded figure, completions of incomplete pattern, figure matrix, paper folding, paper cutting, rule detection, grouping of identical figures, cubes and dice, draw situation, constructions of squares and triangles, figure formation and analysis, and practice question paper as well that we have to end up with. And other than that, we are dealing with the chemistry of the class 12, which we have to cover up, and that is also an important one. On the behalf of it, after that, if I'm going ahead, that we have to cover, we are covering the unit quantitative aptitude, where we had completely started with arithmetical ability, and that is the operations on numbers, LCM and SCF of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification as well. After that, we talk about it. So we are dealing with the software engineering, that we have to talk about the questions that we had done your unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4 and unit 5. We have to cover up the question papers here that we have to discuss as well. And after that, we are starting with the many new subjects that you have demanded about, so that we'll discuss surely. And first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. So thank you, hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on a comment box. Thank you.